Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel, where we deep dive into the world of retro gaming. Today we're taking a trip down memory lane, but not. We all had those games we were super excited to play, only to end up disappointed. So grab your controllers and get ready, because today I'm sharing the NES games I had, but I hated. Dragon's Lair, the arcade game. This game has me put more quarters than I care to remember. This is a masterpiece of the great animator Don Bluth. In the original arcade form, this was a sight to behold. However, if you think that experience translated well to the NES, you are sadly mistaken. First off, the graphics are abysmal at best. It reminds me of what happened when Pac-Man was ported to the Atari 2600. Don't get me started on the gameplay. You start out the infamous drawbridge from the arcade, but a bit more bad looking, and you have to try to get across the bridge while avoiding the sea monster in the water. I tried, and it failed to get even close. The controls are clunky and unresponsive. I have a better time using a chainsaw than trying to cross that bridge. The level design is horrible. Now, to avoid everyone going after me in the comment section, I know that you can never recreate the arcade graphics with the limitations of the NES. But look, they did a phenomenal job when they used the limitations and created Super Mario Bros. 3, but hey, I guess beggars can't be choosers, right? And the lack of a way to save your progress makes this game even more infuriating to me as well. For a game with an impossible level of difficulty, and I mean impossible, you would think there'd be some way to save your progress. Well, not here. If you can get halfway through the game, and then want to turn it off, or pick up where you left off, good luck. The minute you turn the game back on, or continue after you die, you have to start all over at the beginning of the game. At least the arcade version allowed you to continue if you put in more quarters. To finish this off, the gameplay is so boring and repetitive. I mean, taking my dogs out are more entertaining than this game. For a platformer, it's more of a snooze fest. So what happens when the worst NES game developer of all time, LJN, and one of the best 80s goofball buddy movies of all time, at least in my mind, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, try to make a game based off the movie? You get the piece of trash that is known as Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the game. First, this game is more confusing than the friggin' SATs. The puzzles are so confusing without any clear direction on what you need to do. The controls are just god-awful. A lot of this game requires precision controls, but if you think the controls are good, well, they're as precise as a road with huge potholes. And for a game that's based off the movie, instead of sticking to the source material, it takes the movie and takes a dump on it and says, let's make it up as we go along. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the game, is a game I would not even wish my worst enemy to play. I would rather get a face wash with snow than play this game. At least I can recover from that somewhat. First up is the level of difficulty. It's pure torture. Here you have to have near perfect precision jumping, and trust me, that is near impossible, as well as enemies that respawn faster than getting prescriptions at the Walgreens drive-thru. Once you kill one enemy, it respawns behind you, and well, once you know it, you're trapped between one you've killed and one you have yet to kill. And who could forget one of the most insane levels in the game, the underwater level. These are the worst than the underwater ones in Super Mario Bros. At least in Super Mario, you have a chance to finish the level. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, well, the electric seaweed is near impossible to maneuver around. Then there are the controls. Here we are met with even more unresponsive controls. Trying to attack and jump is as bad as trying to drive at top speed at a wall with your feet. The idea of swishing turtles in theory is great, but in practice not so much. The level design is just as bad. If you want to explore the entire game, good luck. The game doesn't want you to. It has more dead ends than the Winchester Mystery Mansion. At least there the owner was nuts. Here I have no idea why it is so bad, plus most of the levels just repeat after each other. And if you want to play an unbalanced game, then play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The common plan for most who attempt this hair-pulling game is to stick with one or two of the more powerful turtles through the whole game. Me, I picked Donatello. He has the best weapon in my mind. But once a turtle is captured, rescuing them is just as relentless as the game itself. Now I want to finish this long rant about games I hate with another game based off a movie, where the developers took the source material and threw it out and decided to make it up as they went. Yes, I'm talking about Ghostbusters. The graphics are as appealing as a pile of dog crap, and the sound is just as bad. Most everyone knows the old Ray Parker Jr. theme from the movie, but in the game it is so grating it's worse than nails on a chalkboard, and it repeats over and over and over. The gameplay is boring and confusing, yet you get bored really, really quick. From the map to the ghost busting, it's all repetitive and dull. And the level of difficulty is all over the place. Sometimes it is easy to catch a ghost, and other times it is downright impossible to do so. And then once you get enough ghosts captured, you have to head to the main building and walk upstairs. This is the most impossible thing in the game. You have to walk up the stairs while avoiding hitting the ghosts. Sure, you can use ghost bait, whatever that is, to avoid them, but it only lasts for a short bit. And finally, once you get up the stairs, you get to face off with Zool, and this one is hard as hell, along with battling the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for some reason. And that is why I hated Ghostbusters on the NES. So thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, even if it was filled with some frustrating NES games, make sure to give this a thumbs up. Now I know some of you have your own gaming horror stories. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me which NES game you had, but you really couldn't stand. Maybe there's a few I missed that deserved a spot on my list. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss another nostalgic rant. I've got plenty more retro gaming content coming your way, from the games we love to the ones we love to hate. I'm Professor Retro, saying peace out, stay frosty, and game on.